Hello friends, in this video lecture we are going to discuss one of the most important algorithms in the graph theory or in the data structures, that is called as Dijkstra algorithm. And this algorithm is particularly used for the single source shortest path identification, or it is also called as single source shortest path. So as per the official description of this algorithm, it is said that given a graph G, so consider this graph as G with vertices V. So A, B, C and D are the vertices of the graph and edges E. So these connecting lines are edges with the weight function WUV. So the weight function denotes the cost of weights associated with them. So it is 4 is a weight, 5 is a weight, 11 is a weight, okay, and a single source vertex S. So among these nodes we can identify any node as the single source for the starting our algorithm. So this algorithm in turn returns the shortest path from S to all the other vertices in V. So if I say, suppose my single source vertex is A, so this algorithm will return all the shortest path that are available from A to B, A to C and A to D. Okay, that's why this is called a single source shortest path, because in this we have to identify the single source, and this single source starting from this single source we have to identify all the reachable nodes with the shortest path value. Okay, so consider the following graph which is given to us. So we have to solve this algorithm step by step. So we'll start with the step number 1. The step number 1 says remove all loops and parallel edges. Okay, so first we have to identify whether our graph is containing any loop. So you can see here, this one is a loop, this one is a loop. So we have to remove all the loops and as well as the parallel edges. So if you can see, from A to C we have two edges, that is with the cost value 10 or weight value 10 or 12. So among these, between these we have to maintain we have to keep the smallest one. So I'm writing here keep smallest. So if I convert this graph as per the step, then the remaining graph will be B, node A, node D and node C. And we can see B is connected to D with the cost value 11, A is connected to B with the cost value 5, A is connected to C. Now we have two options, whether we can take 10 or 12. So among these, smallest one is 10, so we'll keep the value 10. And then C to D we have 5, and if we talk about B to C, then B to C we have cost 4, and we can see this is a loop, this is a loop, so these loops will be removed. Okay, so after the step 1 we got this graph as converted one. Okay, now move to step number 2. So if I move to step number 2, then step number 2 says create shortest path table. Create the shortest path table. Okay, now to create the shortest path table, first we have to identify how many vertices in our graph are available. So we can see in this graph we have 4 vertices, that is A, B, C and D. Okay, so as we have 4 vertices, so our table will contain 4 columns. So this table columns are dependent on the vertices. So we have 4 vertices, so our table will contain 4 columns. Okay, so if I create the columns will be like, this will be our table, and this table will have 4 entries in the form of columns. So we'll have A, B, C and D that are denoting the vertices. Okay, now if I consider A as my source, now if I consider this A vertex as my source, okay, so to maintain this table, as we are considering A as our source, so we'll write the 0 entry in the column of A and remaining will be denoted by infinity. Okay, this infinity denotes the unexplored vertices. What is the meaning of unexplored vertices? Means these vertices are still not been explored. So we are at starting node A and we have not explored B, C and D. So that's why we are denoting them by infinity. Okay. Now among these entries, what we have to do, we have to find smallest entry. So what you can do, you can take the notes in your sheet so that you can remember these points. So find the smallest and mark it as permanent. Okay, so we can see we have 4 entries, 0 and 3 of them are in infinity. So among them 0 is smallest, so we have marked them as permanent. So by showing the rectangle, so we are making it as permanent. Okay, now in continuation, now draw another row and copy all marked value in next row. Okay, so we have to do it. So to do it, what we have to do, we have to extend our table. So our table entries will now be like, it will contain 4 entries and 2 rows, because we have added one more row. So it is A, B, C and D, and in the previous step we have marked 0 as permanent and remaining were infinity. Okay, now what it is saying, it is saying now draw another row and copy all the marked value in a row. So if 0 was marked, so we'll copy the 0 in the new row. Okay, now as we are starting from A, so next step is, now why I'm writing this, because so that you can take your notes and you can remember the step very easily. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to go back to our graph, and as we are starting from A, so we have to explore the remaining vertices that are directly reachable from A. So we can see here A is directly connected to B and A is directly connected to C, but A is not directly connected to D. So only 2 directly reachable nodes are B and C. Okay, so this step is saying now find edge that directly connects A to B, C and D and update the table for directly connected vertices. So to update this, we have to use the formula based on the Dijkstra algorithm. The formula says we have to update the table based on the formula, which is min of destination value, comma, marked value plus edge weight. So you have to remember this formula so that you can update the table each time when you are entering into the new row. Okay, so min of destination value plus marked value. Now what is the meaning of this destination value? This means value in the destination matrix. Destination vertex. Okay, so if I take an example, for example, if I say we have to find the path from A to B. Okay, so we'll calculate it by the formula. So we'll say min. Now what is the destination value in the column of B? It is infinity. So we'll take infinity, comma, marked value in the row, which one is the marked value? Marked value is 0, plus edge weight means the edge which is directly connecting A to B. So we can see here A to B, we have a direct edge with the value 5. So edge weight will be 5. Okay, so minimum of infinity comma 5 will be 5. Now similarly, if I have to calculate A to C, then we'll see min of, what is the value of C column data, that is infinity again. So we'll take infinity, comma, marked value 0 plus, because marked value here is 0, plus we'll see A to C. So A to C, we can see here A to C we have taken the cost as 10. So it will be 0 plus 10. So it will become 10. Okay, and so on. We have to continue in the same fashion. So our updated table after doing this will be, we'll take A, B, C and D, and the data for these columns initially was 0 with marked, and infinity, infinity, infinity. In the next step, what we have done, we have copied the value 0 and we have calculated the values for A to B. So now new value is A to B is 5. So we'll write 5, and new value of A to C is 10. So it is 10. Now what should be the value of A to D? We cannot calculate it here because you can see in the graph A to D we do not have any direct edge, direct connecting edge. Okay, so the value here will remain infinity. Okay, now repeat the step, identify the shortest value from here. So the shortest one will be 5. So we have marked the shortest value because 0 is already marked. So the new shortest value marked will be 5. Okay, now if I continue in the same fashion, so in this we have marked A, in this we have marked B. Now coming to the next part, so we have added one more row, and what we have to do, we have to do this, draw another row and copy all the marked value in the row. So we'll repeat the same step as we have followed in the last one. So 0 was already marked, so we'll copy it. 5 was already marked, we'll copy it. Now we have 10 and infinity. Okay, so now can we change the value of this 10? So let us check. What was the formula to update the value? Suppose I have to calculate from B to C, because the last updated node is B. So we'll now check from B. So we'll have to calculate the path from B to C. So it will be min, comma, min bracket, destination value. So now destination value will be 10, comma, marked value is 5. So marked value is 5 plus what we have to do, plus the edge weight, that is B to C. So we can see here B to C, we have edge directly connecting, which has the value 4. Okay, so it will be 4. So now we have to find the min value of 10, comma, 5 plus 4, 9. So it will become 9. So as the new value is smaller, so we'll update this value 10 with the value 9. Okay, we'll replace this value by the 9 because 9 is smaller than 10. Now B to D. To calculate it, min, then destination value, that was infinity, then marked value was 5 plus edge weight. Edge weight will be B to D. So coming to the graph, B to D, B to D, we have edge weight as 11. Okay, so we'll take the value 11. So we'll have to find out the min of infinity, comma, 5 plus 11, 16. So the in between infinity and 16, 16 is minimum. So we'll update this value by 16. Okay. Now check for the smallest value in between the remaining unmarked values. So unmarked values are 9 and 16, and we have to mark the smallest value as permanent. So we'll mark 9 as permanent. So which column we have to mark permanent? It will be C. Okay. Now we have one more vertex to be find, because we have 4 vertex. So it will be, this table will contain 4 rows. So copy the permanent values. So it will be 0, 5, 9. These are already marked as permanent, so there will be no change in the values of this. Now we have one last option available, that is from C to D. So we'll check for the C to D updation. So it will be min of last destination value, that is 16, comma. Now marked value, permanent value marked is 9 plus the update direct edge from C to D. So to check C to D we have 5. Okay, edge weight is 5. So we'll take this edge weight as 5. Now this will say min of 16, comma 9 plus 5, 14. Between them the min value is 14. So this will be marked as 14. As this is the last value updated, so this value will be marked as permanent. Okay, so the last column marked as permanent is D. Okay, so this is how our table is generated. Now we'll stop here and we'll perform backtracking to find out the paths, the single source shortest paths. Okay, so to do that, we'll start from the final marked row and start from here. So we'll check it, we'll make it as a tick, and we'll start from here and we'll move upward row by row and we'll look for the change in the value. So if we move upward, we can see the 14 value is here, but in previous row it was 16. So there is a change. Okay, so if we found any change, then we look for the marked permanent value. So in this we can see we have marked 9 as a permanent in the last step. So we'll take here. Now we'll move upward from this value to previous one. We can see we have 9 in previous step, it was 10. So it was already changed. So we'll look at the marked value. So it was B, we'll take here. Now we'll move from 5 to infinity. So it is also a change. So we'll mark it here. So the path which we got here is source path from A to D. A to D, which you get here is start from A, we come to B, we have to move across where we have ticked. So in this example we have got all the values as ticked. So we can see, we can write it as A to B, B to C, C to D. So with the help of backtracking we can see that from A to D we have got the shortest path. Like if we have to go from A to D, you can see we have multiple paths we can follow, that is A to B 5, 5 plus 11, 16. Okay, we can go from here, that is A to C and C to D. So it will be 10 plus 5, 15. And if we follow the path which we have got after backtracking, that is ABCD. So we can see 5 plus 4, 9, 9 plus 5, 14. So using this path we have got 16. Using this path we have got 15. But using the algorithm's path, this one, we can see 5 plus 4, 9, 9 plus 5, 14. So this one is the shortest one. Okay, so this is how we can find out the shortest path using Dijkstra algorithm from the single source. Suppose if somebody says that identify the path from A to C, the smallest one. So we'll start from C, we'll backtrack in the similar manner, that is 9 values changed to 10, so marked here. 5 is value to change infinity, so we'll mark here. So A, B, C will be the shortest path. Okay, so if somebody says A to C, so we have direct path, that is value with the weight 10, but if we follow A, B and C, so A to B is 5, B to C is 4, so total will get 9. So this one will be the shortest one. Okay, so with the help of this table that we have generated using the Dijkstra algorithm, we can find any shortest path from the single source, that is A. We can find any shortest path, A to B, A to C, A to D. That's why this algorithm is called a single source shortest path. Okay, I hope you got the numerical example and you got your concepts clear. But if you still have any doubt, then you can ask in our comment section. And to support us, kindly subscribe our channel. Thank you so much.